Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 31st of October, 1975. And the title is Main Specialties of the Maharathi Children. This is the group of those who have a planning intellect. As well as this, they are embodiments of success. After becoming those with a planning intellect, they give time and effort to become an embodiment of success in order to achieve some result. Maharathis especially experience success in a particular aspect. What is that one aspect? What is the specialty of the Maharathis, and the basis of which they become Maharathis? What is that? They have the specialty of being a Maharathi when they claim the certificate of contentment in service. Only then can they be called Maharathis. Contentment is the greatest of all specialties. Subjects are also created on this basis. Souls who have been made content would accept such a soul as a king. If you have enabled them to attain something through serving them or giving them cooperation, if you have enabled them to attain something through love, cooperation, courage, enthusiasm, or by giving them all powers, then you can be a Maharathi. So, if someone is a Maharathi and has not made others content, then that soul is just a Maharathi in a namesake, but not one who is of any use. Senior brothers and sisters are like a father and mother. Parents make everyone content. So Maharathis should definitely pay attention to this first. For this, you have to transform yourself. You definitely have to claim this certificate of contentment. You should check to see how many souls are content with you and what you should do so that everyone remains content with you. A Maharathi should have the power to mold the self. Only those who are able to mold themselves can become gold. Those who cannot mold themselves are not real gold. They are mixed. To be of mixed quality means to be part of the cavalry. A Maharathi, elephant rider, is able to mold the self. To create plants means to sow the seeds, and so the seeds should be powerful. You definitely need everyone's blessings and of love and their contentment. You need the blessings and the water of love. Otherwise, even though the seed of the plants may be powerful, because of not receiving the water of love and cooperation, it does not grow. Sometimes the seed grows, but it doesn't bear fruit. Or sometimes, even if it does bear fruit, it is of second or third grade. The reason for this is that it hasn't received enough water. A Maharathi is one who has everything. That is, one who is complete with all virtues and has all the qualities and specialties. If one or two qualities are missing, they would not be called complete with all qualities. If they don't have all virtues, they come out of the list of those who have this title. Is this a group of Maharathis? The invitation was for Maharathis. In order to become an embodiment of success, you need two main specialties. one is purity and the other is unity. If someone is lacking purity, he would also be lacking in unity. Just observing celibacy is not purity, for there has to be purity in one's thoughts, nature, and sanskars. For instance, if you have thoughts of jealousy or dislike one another, that is not purity. That is called impurity. Purity is defined as not having even a trace of any of the vices. There shouldn't be any type of impurity, even in your thoughts. All of you children are instruments to accomplish a very elevated task. You have become instruments as Maharathis, have you not? If you were to make a list, it would be a list of those who are serviceable. That is, it is those Brahmin children who have become instruments for service who are in the list of Maharathis. To what extent have you developed the specialties of a Maharathi? Each one of you knows yourself. Are those who are in the list of Maharathis at the present time, or will they be Maharathis at some time in the future? Attention needs to be paid to both these aspects. Unity means having harmony in nature and sanskars. Even if there isn't harmony between the nature and sanskars of some, try and bring them into harmony. This is unity. A gathering by itself is not unity. Serviceable instrument souls cannot become instruments for unlimited service without these two things. They can be instruments for limited service. However, in order to do unlimited service, both these things are needed. You were told earlier also that one only sings praise of a ras, dance, when there is harmony and everyone's clapping. So too, to harmonize the steps means to harmonize oneself in the dance of sanskars. People who hear this knowledge say that everyone who talks about this knowledge says the same thing, that they all speak on the same topic. They use the same words. People say this, don't they? When everyone's sanskars and nature are in harmony with one another in the same way, that would be called performing the dance of harmony. Have you made a plan for this? The plans were related to Bap Dada. You have kept the aim of revealing the task of establishment. The plans that you have made for revelation to take place are good. You have made plans for revelation to take place next year. However, for the time that still remains this year, according to the present atmosphere, it is now that you need people to come into contact with you. The success of the service, that is, to take place next year, will depend on this year. In any propaganda, you definitely need the cooperation of powerful, cooperative souls through whom there can be less expenditure and greater success. That is, through whom you have to work but would still attain greater success. If you serve them only at that time, you will not be able to receive their cooperation. However, by serving them now before time, you are able to influence them to cooperate. All the plans are very good. According to all the plans that you told Baba about, every department should definitely make contact with other people. Just as when educators come into contact with you, you receive a ready-made stage. In order to do fast service through any of the plans, this is essential. Through the point of Gita, there would either be victory or cries of distress. However, first there is fluctuation and then there is victory. In order to clarify such points, you need everyone's cooperation. You need the help of ministers, lawyers, and judges. Doctors, lawyers, etc. are coming, and so for this also you need to make contact with ministries and associations, etc. At present, everyone has a desire to hear something, but they don't have the courage to follow that practically. They can be cooperative. First of all, prepare the land by serving them, and then sow the seed of the unlimited task. The plans are good. This year, something new definitely has to happen. You have to become instruments, but everything has to happen according to the drama anyway. However, those who become instruments are glorified within the whole Brahmin family. There is this prize also. Each one of you should extract the results of the meetings in your zone. Set your plans and then get the results of your meetings. Everyone says yes to the plans, but only 5 emerge as a result. And so, have a meeting for the result also. Also have the aim to increase enthusiasm. Keep everyone busy so that they feel happy that they also gave their finger. Whether someone is a hard worker or has a planning intellect, keep the younger ones at the front. Otherwise, while some do service with zeal and enthusiasm, the vibrations from others cause obstacles. And so, you need everyone's help. Give a particular duty to each one. Just as you distribute prasad, in the same way, distribute service. When everyone has an atmosphere of enthusiasm, then because of the influence of the atmosphere, no one will go out of this atmosphere. Whether someone is a moth circling around the flame, or whether someone completely surrenders the self. So there should be this specialty this year. Just as everyone says, my Baba, so too they should say, my service. No one should say, the seniors have made my program, so I don't know whether this will happen or not. No, my program. When there is this sound from everyone, there will be success. Give everyone a chance to do service. Avyakt Bapdada speaking to Didiji. In order to finish any weakness, you need to have a special gathering of the Shaktis who are Mahakalis, the great destroyers of evil, the ones who, with the influence of their fire of yoga, can change the atmosphere. Now, according to the drama, the final result is going to be revealed in the mirror of each one's activities. As they progress further, the Maharathi children, with the power of knowledge, will be able to clearly see everyone's story of their karma on their face. Just as you can smell the odor of impure food, in the same way, your intellect will have a clear touching of the vibrations of someone who has impure thoughts. The method for this is to have a clear line of the intellect. Those whose meter is powerful will be able to know all of this very easily. The specialty that has been portrayed in the images of the Shaktis and the deities is that no impure soul is able to hide their sin from the deities when they go in front of them. In fact, they themselves would say that they are like this or that. This specialty of Shaktis was revealed in the living form, and this is why there is their memorial. This is the stage of being a master Jani Jananhar, one who knows all secrets. That is, it is the stage of being knowledgeful. You will experience this stage in a practical way. You are experiencing it now and will experience it in the future also. Have you created such a gathering? It has to be created. A gathering is needed of such moths through whose every step the Father would be revealed. In the eyes and from the lips, that is, from the words of those who are constantly absorbed in love for the Father. That is, in those who are merged in Baba's remembrance. Others would see the Almighty Authority instead of seeing the form of the Shakti. This is because the Father is merged in their every word. Just as in the beginning of establishment, others constantly saw Sri Krishna in Brahma Baba, in the same way the Almighty Authority would be visible in the Shaktis. Do you experience this? The Father will be visible through those who are constantly in Baba's remembrance and have renounced the consciousness of I, just as they themselves would have forgotten the consciousness of I. In the same way, others would not see their form, but would see the form of the Almighty Authority through them. Acha, blessing. May you constantly have a faithful intellect by considering your victory and success to be guaranteed. The children who constantly have 100% faithful intellect with faith in the Father, in their own part, and in the act of every second of the drama, have guaranteed victory and success. Because of having victory guaranteed, they constantly remain carefree. No lines of worry are visible on their face. They constantly have the faith that the task or the thought is already accomplished. They never have any questions about any aspect. Slogan: to have thoughts of the original self is to finish thinking about your subtle weaknesses. Om Shanti.